Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. So it is another day and another video that is dropping. In this video I'm going to be showing you a buy setup that happened on USDJPY that is last week. However, this buy setup is still valid even going into the next week. So if you'd like to take advantage of the setup, it is okay. You can take advantage of the setup. What you have to do, you'll just have to wait for a pullback, just a significant pullback, and then you're going to enter for a buy position. There's still a good number of pips that are going to be made on this USD JPY trade that we have here. So now let me see if I could adjust. Does it make sense here? No. Okay, let me leave it there. So now what is happening is we are on the weekly time frame. Remember, guys, before I forget, kindly subscribe to the channel such that whenever such videos drop, you do not miss out on them. Subscribe to the channel. I'll just give you 5 seconds, you subscribe, and then we can proceed with another banger. Okay, so I hope you have subscribed to the channel. So now let's proceed. This is the strategy that I use, and I know you have seen most of the people on the internet talking about this particular strategy. It is called the top-down analysis. Top-down analysis is where you move from the high time frames, you drop down to the lower time frames and get precision for your entries, and then be able to hold the trades for a long period of time. This way, the strategy helps you to capture more pips, like huge pips, and it also helps to build small accounts. If you have a small account, let's say $50, $100, $200, anything less than $500, we consider that a small account, at least here in Africa. So it can help you that you can enter with a lot size of 0.1, that is a mini lot, and you hold your trade for, let's say, 2, 3, 4 days or 1 week or even 2 weeks, and it is going to give you a pip count of almost 500 pips. So that way you have converted $100 to $500 within a period of 2 weeks, which is good business, because if you consider that amount in your local currency, you will see that is a lot of money. Sometimes people even go a full month without getting their $500 at their jobs that they are working at. So now I will take you straight to the strategy. And guys, don't forget to turn on the notification such that whenever I drop these videos, you are able to take advantage of the trades, because sometimes I drop them and then you're not online. So by the time you come to see the trade, the analysis, the trade has already started developing, and there's no way you can take advantage of the trade. So what do we see here? We see that price was in an uptrend. For those of you who don't know about uptrend and downtrend, it is just a basic laws of price action, whereby price moves in higher highs, higher lows, that is an uptrend, and then lower highs, lower lows in a downtrend. And then equal highs equals equal lows, that is a consolidation. In most cases, we do not want to trade a consolidation, especially if it is on the daily or lower time frames. So we can see that price was moving higher high, higher lows, higher high, higher lows, then higher high, and then it made an equal low. Then it went and made an equal high or a failed high, and then came back to this low. So now what happens is, whenever price is making a high, and guys, I want you to be so keen and strict about this, such that, because if you understand this well, then it is going to be easier for you to draw the support and resistances of the market very well. Just watch this video and watch it again in case you've not understood. You watch it many times until you internalize what I'm trying to teach you. That is the only way that you're going to get the correct points where the market is going to turn around. Go to the weekly time frame or the monthly time frame, and then look out for places where price is making resistances or support. That is where it's going to likely turn around and go to the opposite direction. So now price was making higher highs, you mark this area. Okay, let me show you. Price was making higher high, then higher low. This one is already marked with this with this support. Or someone would say, why didn't you mark here like you marked at the tip here? Why didn't you mark down here? And you're marking in the middle. The reason as to why I'm marking here, it is simple. You see, price made a higher high here and then made a higher low. So now when you're marking, you'll mark up here and then mark down here. Let me mark for you. This is down, this is up. You see that price came down here and then broke this high here, which is break market structure, simple price action, break market structure, and then it came back to retest this area here, retested and went back. That means this becomes a big support zone. Why? And it is on high time frame. So when it tested here, it made a high, retested here and broke this high here to proceed with an uptrend, and then came back here, retested, went up, broke to come and retest this area here, retested and went up, breaking this area here. When it went up, it came back to retest this support here. So this makes you know that this is a very clear support point and it is strong because it is on the weekly time frame. So I'll give you a clear scenario. If price went, broke here, came down to retest this area to confirm that it is a strong area, it went up, came back down here, then created this high here, then it broke this high. So when it came back down here, the right or the ideal thing for you to do, even if you don't know anything about market structure or what, the ideal thing for you to do, you just come here and place your buy order here. Put your stop loss down here and look, it would move and put you in all these profits up here. By simply placing a buy order here. How do you do that? Just knowing that this is a strong support zone. So you place a buy order here and wait. Price is going to eventually move. It's just a matter of patience. It's going to eventually move and put in all these profits here. It's just a matter of patience. Okay. So now I hope you have understood that. If you have not understood, guys, don't worry. These things are not meant to be understood in one day. Just go and rewatch the video many times. You're going to get it. So this is a high, higher low, higher high, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low on this support here. Then this is not a high because it did not break this previous high. So we went and we made a higher high. We broke market structure from here, made a higher high, made a higher low on this support area here. How do we create the support area? You see price broke here, retested this area. For some reason, it retested it and came down. So we mark here. When it came here, tried to break above, it did not break above, came back and then broke above, then came and landed on this price area here. Then it broke this structure, came back on this area here. It broke this structure again, came back on this area here. Now it has failed to break this one and has come back to this area here. Guys, trading is simple. It's just common sense. Just look at these things very well and then you're going to get a clear market structure and then you'll know where price is going. The moment you know where price is going, you are free to enter the trade and hold. And remember, price can only do three things. It can only buy, sell, or consolidate. That's why we always say establish the trend of the market. Are we in the uptrend, a downtrend, or a consolidation? But it doesn't mean that if you're in an uptrend, you are only going to be buying. There are some cases of retracement where price makes an impulsive move and then pulls back to gain the momentum to make another impulsive move. So price moves in that format. Impulsive move, pull back, another impulsive move, pull back. So now this is an impulsive move, this is a pullback or a correction. Another impulsive move, this was a pullback or correction. So we are likely going for another impulsive move. Same thing, it happened here. Impulsive move, pullback, correction, impulsive move, pullback, correction, and then we went for another impulsive move. If you have that common market knowledge, guys, you're not going to fail in Forex. It is simple. I'm teaching you this not as an expert, but as also a beginner like you, but I am able to make profits out of this market because I have studied the general market structure, market knowledge, and I'm already making profits out of this. If I can make it, that means you can also make it, guys. This thing is very simple. If you fail to understand this, it is okay. There is also another option. Go to the line chart. Line chart is going to be very clear and precise. Okay, you see, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Then we made a higher high, higher low. Then we made another higher high. Then we come to make an equal low, which is like a double bottom. If you've heard about market chart patterns, yes, chart patterns. This is a double bottom. This is the one bottom, the second bottom. We came here and made a double bottom. We shot up, and you know what happens on double bottom? We just as a high likely we're going to go in the opposite direction. We shot up. We have come to make a triple bottom. A triple bottom, and now we have faced up. If you literally anticipated that when we come here we're making a triple bottom and put here your buy order, as long as you're not stopped out on the stop loss hand, then you're already in profits, guys. You're already in profits. This thing is supposed to be easy. If you complicate it, things are going to be hard for you, and you just have to make sure that you're doing it on the high time frame, like a weekly, monthly, daily. You're going to get it right. You see my time frames that I use: monthly, weekly, daily, 4 hour. 4 hour is the one I use for entry. I rarely go to the 1 hour. I used to have it, but I was not using it, so I removed it. I rarely go to the 1 hour. My entry is on the 4 hour. Now someone will say, oh, now on the 4 hour the entry, the stop loss is going to be tight. That is it, guys. The thing is all about being right, not having tight stops. If you're right and you know that yes, now it has reached here, this is where it is going, put a decent stop loss whereby price is going to rotate around, pullbacks, whatever it is going to do before it goes to your direction. That's why you see, you guys, you're right about your direction. You have predicted everything well, but then price stops you out and then it heads to where you have predicted. Why does that happen? One of the reasons why, because you put a tight stop loss. You want your stop loss to be 10 pips, 15 pips. I even see people trading demand and supply. Of course, they are good at what they are doing, but then you see they are putting a stop loss of 6 pips. Guys, you're going to be stopped out like on 2-3 trades before you could get an accurate one. Yes, that accurate one is going to give you high risk to reward, but then what's the point? Why would you want to be stopped out many times before you can actually win? So just make sure your stop loss is not tight. So I enter on the 4 hour because look at the time frames, guys. Some people use the 4 hours, their high time frame. Me, I use it for entry. So that means chances are high I'm going to avoid many false signals, and I'm going to avoid being stopped out for in many cases. Okay, guys, let's proceed now. Now I've taught you how to mark your support and resistance. This has to happen mainly on the weekly time frame. Now that you know how to mark your support and resistance, what next? Let me remove this. Yes, what next? You come to the daily time frame. On the weekly, you have known that we have reached our support area. So you come to the daily time frame. Remember, when we reach our support area, what are we anticipating? We're anticipating a reverse of price. So now we come to our daily time frame. What are we looking for in the daily time frame? We want price to come and hit this area here, at least tap this area here, and then we start looking out for our entries on the 4 hour. Simple and straight to the point. So we play price forward. You see, now it has tapped our area. Since it has tapped our area, that is now the point. Drop down to the 4 hour to look out for possible entries. Me, I already can see a possible entry. Now someone will ask me, where are you seeing it from? You see this bullish candles that are developing here. They're trying to show me that the buyers are coming in. I can enter here from here. However, the stop loss has to be huge. So what I'm going to do is to try and find if I can get a more decent pullback such that I can enter on a lower price level. So I play price forward, good. Now you see that drop there with this green candle. That will be my entry. I'm not expecting price to go lower because now this is a turning point. Let me show you. Where is it? There's my internet is poor. Good. You see here and here, this is a turning point where price normally turns from and goes to the opposite direction. So what you can do, you can just mark a line here like this where price last stopped. We know that price, whenever price comes here, it does not exceed this area. So now that you've marked that line there, come back to your current price action where we are. Here. So me, I'll enter from here, from this closure of the 4-hour candle, and then put the stop loss slightly below here. Enter from here, and then put your stop loss slightly below. I'll go for 100 pips. So now guys, this is a stop loss of 100 pips. So what do you do? If you have an account size that is not big, you have, let's say, $100, you're going to use 0.01 lot size. That means this stop loss is going to give you a loss of $10 if you lose. $10 if you lose. Then risk to reward, it will depend on the weekly time frame. Weekly time frame, first level target is where price first turned around. We have this open close resistance here, but we shall not consider it. What we shall consider is here, the resistance that is here, the normal resistance. So your first level target is going to be here, that is 920 pips. What is the risk to reward? 1 is to 8.7. that is almost 1 is to 9. That is going to be your first level target. So you go back to go back to the 4-hour. So now this is our first level target. Because our analysis is rooted from the weekly, we are going to be taking our targets depending on the weekly supports and resistances. So this is our first level target. So you're risking $10 to make, you're risking $100 to make $900. And that means with 0.01 lot size, that is a micro lot, you're risking $10 to make $90. Guys, you're risking 10 to make 90. That is that is the risk of reward of 1 is to 9. 1 is to 9. If you're risking 10 to get 9, that is 90% return on investment. And what do you have to do? Just have to hold your trade until when price will get to your take profit. Okay, so now we play the price forward. Good, there you're already in profits. Play the price, you're already in profits. Price retraces and takes you back in further profits. Retraces, profits, and there. Now that is where you ended. So the week ended here. This is Friday. Yes, Friday. The week ended from there, but you're already in profits. If I could pull back and see how many profits you are in, you're already in 300 profits, $300. If you entered 0.01, that is already $30 profit. You're remaining with $60. So what do? You move your stops above, slightly 10 pips above break even. You're already in profits. Even if you ignore that trade, even if it loses, it's not going to affect you because you already bagged $10 somewhere. Guys, this is not hard. This is how I flip $100 to $1,000 in just one trade, one big move, still keeping my risk to reward very low. Guys, is this hard? Is this something you cannot do? Trading is simple. We just make it complicated, and I'm telling you as a complete beginner. I've only traded forex for 1 year, but I can tell you this strategy, it is the best that a beginner can use outside there. Okay guys, so you subscribe to the channel. If you have found this content useful, you can like, comment, you also share for people who are still beginners and they would like support from such kind of content. You can share with them. But this is all I had for today, and in case of any questions, you can leave them in the comment section. I'll surely address to them. So that is all. You can subscribe to the channel, turn on the notifications, and have a great day.